Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Canal Algerian Midnight News, and these are our top stories. The President of the Republic, Ahmed Tebboune, received today Saudi Arabia's Interior Minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Saud bin Nayef bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. The President of the Republic also chaired a working meeting dedicated to agricultural mechanization, announcing the creation of the rental of agricultural equipment cooperatives for the benefit of farmers. On the second day of his visit to Qatar, the Army General Saeed Chingri had took part in the opening ceremony of the 9th Doha International Maritime Defence Exhibition and Conference, DIMDEX 2026 edition. Morocco faces social strain amid unemployment, rising crisis and governance failures among decisions. Welcome back. The President of the Republic, Ahmed Tebboune, received this Monday Saudi Arabia's Interior Minister, Prince Abdulaziz bin Saud bin Nayef bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. The President of the Republic subsequently had extensive talks with the Saudi Interior Minister and his accompanying delegation. Also attending the meeting were the Director of the Cabinet of the Presidency of the Republic, Boualam Boualam, and Said Sayoud, the Minister of Interior, Local Authorities and Transport. The President of the Republic chaired also this Monday a high-level meeting on agricultural mechanization, announcing the creation of specialized cooperative to rent farming equipment to producers nationwide. The move aims to expand cultivated land and boost agricultural productivity in line with the decision taken at the latest Council of Ministers. The President approved the establishment of a National Council for Agricultural Mechanization to oversee the sector's development. The meeting was attended by the Director of the Cabinet of the Presidency of the Republic, the Prime Minister, the Minister of Agriculture, Rural Development and Fisheries, the Minister of Industry, the Minister of Foreign Trade and Export Promotion, and representatives of Algerian firms specializing in agricultural machinery. During the second day of his visit to Qatar, the Army General Saeed Chingri, Minister, delegate to the Minister of National Defence and Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, participated in the opening ceremony of the 9th Doha International Maritime Defence Exhibition and Conference, DIMDEX 2026. Rania Bahri, tell us more.
On the second day of his visit to the brotherly state of Qatar, the Army General Saeed Chingri, Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, participated on Monday in the opening ceremony of the 9th Doha International Maritime Defense Exhibition and Conference, DIMDEX 2026. Following the official opening ceremony of this global event, overseen by His Highness the Emir of the State of Qatar, the Army General, accompanied by his delegation, visited several exhibition booths. There, he inquired about the displayed equipment and materials, including high-tech weapons and weapons systems. And attentively listened to the detailed explanations and presentations provided by the booth staff. The Army General met with His Excellency Sheikh Saud bin Abdul Hamid Al Thani, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of State for Defense Affairs of the State of Qatar, to whom he expressed his sincere gratitude for the warm welcome and hospitality extended to him. The Army General reviewed the areas of military cooperation between the two armed forces, which are experiencing significant growth under the leadership of both countries, and their shared commitment to further strengthening this cooperation and bringing it into its full potential. For his part, His Excellency Sheikh Saud bin Abdul Hamid Thani highlighted the high level of military cooperation between the two brotherly countries. Following the meeting, the two sides exchanged symbolic gifts. The Army General also held a fraternal meeting with the Army General Jassim bin Mohammed Al-Mani', Chief of Staff of the Qatari Armed Forces, during which the two sides discussed the state of military cooperation between the two countries' armed forces and ways to elevate it into the level of excellent relations and to meet the aspirations of the leaders of the two brotherly nations. On this occasion, the Army General commended the quality of Algerian-Qatari relations in recent years, which have continued to experience strong growth and remarkable momentum. For his part, the Chief of Staff of the Qatari Armed Forces praised the quality of the bilateral military cooperation between the two brotherly countries, while expressing his sincere thanks to the Army General for having responded favorably to the invitation. At the end of this meeting, the two parties exchanged symbolic gifts.
And in Algeria, Lieutenant General Mustafa Ismaili, commander of the land forces, received this Monday Major General André Raphael Maongwani, Chief of Staff of the Mozambican Land Forces, at the Land Forces Command Headquarters, who was accompanied by Mozambican ambassador to Algeria. The two sides held bilateral talks attended by senior officers and members of the Mozambican delegation, focusing on issues of mutual interest, highlighting the excellent relations between the two countries and the consultation and cooperation mechanism in place. The meeting concluded with the exchange of symbolic gifts, after which the Mozambican Chief of Staff signed the Land Forces Command guest book. The Council of the Nation started debating this Monday draft law to criminalize French colonial rule in Algeria during a plenary session chaired by the Speaker of the Council, Azouz Nasri. This text is part of a national process aimed at consolidating the historical foundation of the Algerian state and preserving collective memory. And in Morocco, the population is confronted with a regime affected with corruption. This scourge continues to affect many areas of economic, administrative and political life, a major obstacle to development, equal opportunities and trust between citizens and institutions. Rania Bahri.
The Makhzen is facing a persistent social crisis. Unemployment, raising living costs, and unequal access to public services are fueling growing discontent among the population. The situation is the result of a governance system regularly denounced by the Moroccan people, who reject the concentration of power, the opacity of decision-making, and the lack of effective accountability mechanisms. Public policies are often perceived as being driven by profit motives rather than social justice and common good. We are facing a severe water shortage. What has Akhnouch done with the desalination project? He took billions in public funds through a partner company. What connection does he have to seawater desalination? What experience does he have in this field? The control of wealth by certain groups and the impunity they enjoy fuel a sense of exclusion among many citizens, reduced to mere members in an economic equation that ignores their fundamental rights. Faced with this reality, the question of political accountability and the fight against corruption remains central, while social expectations continue to be met with persistent institutional silence.
That's the latest at midnight. Thank you very much for watching us. Bye.